Yo, what's up guys, these are the most armored vehicles in GTA Online, so these are ranked purely based on how many explosions they can survive. Starting with the armored Kuruma, clearly it's armored cause it's in the name, but it's the worst armored vehicle in the game since it will blow up with only one explosion. It does provide bulletproof windows that help you survive most bullet shots. It's great for starters and you should definitely own one. I don't want to waste too much time on this car, so let's move on to armored versions of normal vehicles, like the Paragon R, XLS, Schefter LWB, etc. These vehicles can normally take about 2 RPGs or homing missiles and also have bulletproof windows. But 2 vehicles in this category now have the option to upgrade it with the missile lock-on jammer feature so other players can't lock onto your vehicle. Since the Agents of Sabotage DLC, the Cognoscenti 55 Armored and the Baller LE Armored can have this upgrade, which you can get through the agency workshop. That upgrade makes these vehicles way better, and on top of that they are all fairly cheap. Moving on to the Duco Dat, it's completely free on the Warstock website, so that's already a huge W, and it also has the Imanitech missile lock-on jammer feature available. It can take 3 RPGs or 9 homing missiles, which is pretty insane for a free vehicle. Don't think you are invincible in this car though, you can easily get shot from the side. A lot of players think they can't get shot in cars with these kind of windows. At spot 12, we have vehicles that can have the armor plating upgrade, like the Buffalo STX, the Italy GTO Stinger TT and the Terminus. There are way more, but those are the best options. With the armor plating upgrade, these vehicles can take up to 4 RPGs or 12 homing missiles. You can also equip them with slick mines and mounted machine guns, so that's great. If you want the fastest armored car in GTA Online, buy the Stinger TT, it can also have HSW upgrades, but if you want a more all-round car, I suggest buying the Buffalo STX. The HVI Barrage is the next vehicle on the list, coming in at $2.1 million with a trade price of $1.6 million. It can take 5 RPGs or 12 homing missiles, however I don't recommend buying it cause it's not a good vehicle. The tires are buggy because they keep clipping in the ground and it's pretty slow. At number 10 we have the TM02 Khanjali. It's one of the more expensive vehicles, coming in at $3,850,000, but if you have the trade price unlocked you can save yourself about $1 million. OG players probably remember how OP the tank was, but this vehicle is better in pretty much every aspect. The Khanjali is faster, the range of the cannon is better, and you can even upgrade it with a railgun cannon. If you then hold the shoot button it will charge, and that way you will be able to shoot further. That's especially helpful for taking out air vehicles. It's also a 4-seater, so your whole squad can fit in it. The second player can control the machine gun, which deals a lot of damage, and you can have 2 players in the back that can control a grenade launcher. You do have to upgrade the Khanjali to get these weapons. Another upgrade are proximity mines. The driver has control over these and you have infinite ammo. So as a solo player it's already amazing, but it's really overpowered with 4 players. At number 9 we have a really underrated vehicle in my opinion, the HVI APC, and it was amazing when it first came out. Its trade price is $2,325,000 and the standard price is a little under $3.1 million. Just like the Khanjali, it can take 8 RPGs or 8 homing missiles. The APC is cheaper and is also way more versatile, cause it's an amphibious vehicle allowing you to drive through water and on land. It's also a lot faster and by default it comes with a cannon on top. You can equip this vehicle with explosive proximity mines and also a SAM turret. It's kinda expensive and it also has a limited ammo capacity of 50 rockets. The standard cannon doesn't have an ammo limit, but on the other end the SAM turret does fire faster. Taking those things in consideration, I suggest to stick with the default cannon. Something neat about this vehicle is that you can move over to the passenger seat to control the rockets without getting out. That makes it great for solo players, although it's nice to have someone in a passenger seat to shoot rockets. At number 8 we have the Insurgent Pickup Custom for $1,350,000 on Warstock Cash and Carry. You may notice that it's free for me, and that's because it was a holiday gift from years ago. It can take 9 RPGs or 27 homing missiles. You can fit 9 players in this vehicle, which is crazy, and it also comes with a machine gun on top. Together with the proximity mine upgrades and armored windows, it's a great vehicle. At number 7 the Night Shark. It's just as armored as the Insurgent Pickup, so 9 RPGs or 27 homing missiles. Then at spot 6 we have the Half-Track for $2.254 million, and if you have the trade price unlocked you can get it for $1.695 million. Now in terms of overall performance I wouldn't rank it that high, cause it's very slow, but it is more armored than the Night Shark and Insurgent. They all survive 9 RPGs and 27 homing missiles, but the back is completely bulletproof, so you don't have to worry about getting shot from the back. Now the windows aren't bulletproof. Even though it looks like there's a small side window, you can shoot through the whole thing. A downside about this vehicle is that you can't use any weapons as the driver except for proximity mines, but no pistols or sticky bombs. The back is also fully blocked, so you will also never get shot from the back. Not to mention the huge machine gun on the back, it can also be upgraded from the stock version to a better version, and it has the ability to drop proximity mines. Arriving at the top 5, we will start with electric Imanitech vehicles with armor plating like the Ocelot Virtue, Omni EGT and the Buffalo EVX. These vehicles have a decent amount of extra armor compared to the other Imanitech vehicles mentioned earlier, the Stinger TT, Buffalo STX and Terminus. These electric vehicles can typically survive 12 homing missiles, 12 RPGs or 12 sticky bombs. They all have the slick mine upgrade as well as the missile lock-on jammer feature and armor plating. So these are a great choice if you're looking for an all-round armored vehicle. At spot number 4, the Rune Zaba for $2.4 million or a trade price of $1.8 million. This is one of the most unique vehicles in GT Online, firstly because of its really big wheels, secondly because it can also drive in water, that's the reason why it has these huge wheels. But it's way slower than the APC in both the water and on land. It can take 14 RPGs or 14 homing missiles. Unfortunately, it's not a great vehicle in terms of performance. You can easily say that it's one of the worst armored vehicles cause it's really slow and it steers and brakes like a big piece of you know what. Closing in at the top 3, we have the Terabyte for a base price of $1,375,000. Depending on which upgrade you choose, it will be way more expensive. So far there were little jumps in the amount of rockets these vehicles can take, but this is a huge jump from 4th place. It can survive 32 homing missiles. This could be the best vehicle in today's video, and that's because it's way more than just an armored vehicle. You need it to upgrade the Oppressor Mark II, you can have a weapon workshop in here to upgrade your weapons to the MK2 variant, you can start multiple missions and jobs from inside, it has homing missiles, a drone, and with the Agents of Sabotage update it has even more upgrades from the Garment Factory, such as the missile lock-on jammer, collectible scanner, master control terminal to manage all your businesses from one place, and even an off-the-radar feature for when you're standing still. In terms of armor it's not the best, hence why it's in 3rd place, but with all those other things mentioned you can safely say it's a must-have vehicle. The Brigade 6x6 takes a 2nd place. This is again an awesome option since it's only $750,000 and you can even get it for free if you complete all the Dex story missions from the Freak Shop. Inside the Brigade you can also start up a business, the Acid Lab, which is one of the better businesses in GT Online. That's of course not what this list is about, so getting into the armor stats, it can take up to 48 homing missiles, which is insane. Unfortunately it doesn't have any of the upgrades that the Terabyte has. It especially sucks that it doesn't have the ability to equip it with the missile lock-on jammer. It does have the ability to drop mines, EMP or slick mines. I prefer the slick mines. Coming in at 1st place is the Mobile Operations Center, aka the MOC. You do need a bunker in order to buy this vehicle and it will cost you $1,225,000. It can take an absolute absurd amount of 67 homing missiles. It has been the most armored vehicle for a lot of years and in 2025 it's still by far the most armored vehicle in GT Online. Hopefully this helped you out and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.